why don't we start over? If you don't mind, I'd like to hear a little about yourself.
Yes. Oh, my name's Yukiko Amagi. I'm sorry for losing my composure just now.
So, Amagi, why did you come to this world?
Where to start? So many strange things happened over the last year.
At first glance, she looked like an ordinary student, but as she hears inside the TV, Amagi briefly summarized her recent past to me and the even tone of voice. According to her, this was promoting the serial murder case last year. She had her friends awaken to their personas while investigating the case and eventually solved it. This was formed by people's thoughts, and at the case's conclusion, returned to the original state. Enough is that I learned from the detective Kuchigawa contradicts.
Inside a TV, formed by people's thoughts. It sounds absurd, but that would explain the incongruity I sensed when I used my persona.
We thought the case had been solved, but lately there's been another strange program on the air. My friends and I couldn't ignore that, so we came back here.
Your friends? Are there others here besides yourself?
Yes, I was with 3 other people, but we got separated when we entered. The one in costume and the girl who called herself Rosette are friends of ours too. But they're acting so strangely.
So this is not the way they generally behave then?
I can tell from Amagi's reaction that normally she trusts those who impeccably consider the enemies that you were earlier. Could they be under his control as well? Either way, she has no light on the theft of Labrys. Hardly related. Or is this only a coincidence?
There's one more thing I'm curious about. Have you ever heard the name Labrys?
Labrys? No, I don't think I've ever heard of that before. What is it?
It's the thing I'm searching for. What makes it problematic is that I know nothing of its appearance. Honestly, I'm not sure it has anything to do with this disturbance. Though I can't write it off completely as irrelevant.
It appears that there's no connection. Whoever went so far to hijack the plane to steal Labrys brought her all the way here. I think Labrys hijacked herself, because you say the hijacker doesn't know anything, doesn't know what's going on. They don't even know what they did. Seems like they're being controlled, right? No matter how I look at it, that means something.
Thank you for your cooperation. I understand the situation better now. We should stay together going forward.
Whoa! Think again, ladies!
General Teddy suddenly appeared on the screen to interrupt our conversation.
Winner of each bout can go on. It's rule number 1 in the Grand Prix.
How exactly can that rule be enforced? As if to answer unspoken question, Amagi makes an odd gesture.
There's nothing here, but I can feel something. A wall, maybe? Wait, the Mitsuru sign.
Amagi looks at me expectantly. I took a tentative step and walked through the place where she claimed there's a wall.
Like I said, just stuck there until the tournament's over. Only winners get to go. Come on, miss. You won. So it's time to barrel forward to the next stage.
I must leave the girl alone in the strange world then. Though I'm uneasy about doing so, Amagi seemed to read my thoughts and smiles.
It'll be alright. I fought shadows for an entire year too. I can protect myself.
I see. In that case, I'll press on and do my best to rescue your friends.
If you see them, please tell them I'm alright and they shouldn't worry about me. You be careful too, Mitsuru-san.
Amagi smells resourcefully. She's a very strong girl.
I'll pass that along.
I now acknowledge her wishes and turn back to walk away.
Not only do they tamper with our minds, they prevent us from leaving until the tournament is settled. It may not necessarily ruin friendships, but there's no way forward than to fight one another. What a loathsome trick. It seems the mastermind is intent on us fighting each other.
I grit my teeth in anger. Amagi clear eyes remains in my heart. This operation is no longer just a retrieve labyrinth. I make a silent vow as I go. Everyone who has been dragged into this must be rescued.
Another dead end.
As I step in, I realize that the invisible walls are everywhere, blocking our route. Seems to open to the naked eye. Why is the thief who stole labyrinths gathering persona users in this world? Not having a clear idea of their motivations due to compounding my anxiety. I guess Akihiko might have been dragged into this grand prix as well. If so, we need to compare notes. If all goes well, we might figure out the location of the mastermind behind this that I failed to grasp earlier. After quickly confirm that there's no shadows nearby, I link my confusion with my persona. I focus on concentrating to send out the drifts throughout the surrounding area.
So lonely.
What was that?
But the presence is faint. I can't tell where it is. Yet I can definitely hear a voice. It seems I could see it because of my secondary support capabilities. Who have focused harder. It doesn't seem that they are trying to communicate with me. It's more like the words and the intense emotion behind them are seeping out of the room itself, perhaps even more around me. Eventually, the voice becomes clearer.
I'm scared. I'm alone. It hurts. Why? Why won't anyone listen?
I don't recognize the voice. Perhaps one of Amagi's friends.
I didn't ask to be born a machine. How come no one understands? What's the difference between normal people's hearts and mine?
A machine? Is that Labrys?
I stand up and try to call to her.
Labrys, are you nearby? Answer me.
But there's no answer. It seems that it's not because of the voice owners nearby that can hear her. It's subtly different from the hearing of voices of one's own ear. It's true. I focus on my senses once again, but I can still tell exactly where it's coming from. Not yet have through a kind of layout that makes it harder to pinpoint. Eventually, the voice fades, only silence remains.
She said that had to have been Labrys. It sounds as if her heart has developed further than we thought.
Even Agus, the latest model, required a lot of time and experience to develop the heart that she has. So then why does Labrys, who's been sealed away from her development up until now, has such a vast heart?
I didn't ask to be born a machine. It pains me to hear that.
The anti-shadow suppression weapon, both Agus and Labrys were created in insurance dangerous shadow experiment in case the ship deck should go berserk. The only thing that can stand up against the shadow is a persona, and being able to control one is an absolute necessary in dealing with shadows. They were given hearts in order to induce their abilities to use persona, but the weapons are hard to conduct itself, and not natural Agus were facing to do and cause of serious agony in the past.
We can't allow victims like her to be tormented by sins of the past, whether they're human or not.
And you'll resolve, I press on. Man, there's so many dialogue in this game. Continues through the school, still unable to contact Agus or Akihiko. Who am I fighting in the gym? Pretty sure it's Chie. The invisible wall seems to be leading me towards the gym. Compared to the one back in the Gakuhan High, the one's rather modest. But the chair stuck with the heights, the everywhere gives an eerie air. The monitor switches on again. And this time it's not showing General Teddy. But how trying this appear to be a commercial for a fighting event. Successful succession of young men and women introduced in particular. One of them I recognize as
They're wearing the
Amagi.
same uniforms as Amagi. I assume these are the friends she spoke of.
Okay, so you're not showing the thing again. Okay, cool. All of them are introduced with horrible. But the Amagi I met in person was a completely different girl. I suppose the enemy made up all the taglines. Since the Amagi introduced at the end, the video suddenly turns off and General Teddy faces appear on the screen.
I had to completely rejigger the bracket to accommodate 3 new contestants. Jeez.
3 new contestants. Myself, Akihiko, and Agus?
On the other paw, a tournament's more exciting with more people in it. But getting back on track, allow me to introduce your next opponent.
It's either gonna be, because you usually fight Yusuke at the music room, so like this is either Chie or you. Narukami. When enter someone who has already been there turns around. His face, okay, it's Narukami. Was on the video a long time. Oh, Yusuke.
Besides us here?
It's Yusuke. Okay, we usually fight Yusuke in the music room. Okay, never mind.
Holy crap, she's smoking hot. What she's wearing doesn't hurt either.
You were in that video just now. What was it they called you? Captain Le Sentiment?
How come you remember that stupid title and not my real name? Who's that little knockout like this? She already knows about that. God, wish I was dead.
Apparently, one of the videos is a sore point which people featured. The nickname left them more than impressive than his real name, so it just slipped out. At the moment, General Teddy appears again and one of the largest monitors inside the gym.
How do you like your opponent?
Why are you making us fight? What benefit do you derive from this nonsense?
So many questions. I just want you all to suffer. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that fun?
That's what this is about? No. If Labris is involved, there's more to it, isn't it?
Enough jibber jabber. Hurry and start the fight. Look at your opponent. Ready, see?
General smirks, the wave of discomfort wave wash over me, the same time which Agami. As I glare at the monitor, thinking there are more interference of work here, I hear unexpectedly better words.
Teddy's right. I mean, you're the one who barged in here. Man, who'd come to such a dangerous place without hesitating? You really are an ice queen. I bet you don't have many friends, huh?
It happens again. The moment that noise kicks in, not only does my opponent's personality changes, they begin speaking of things they shouldn't know about. Exactly like happened with Ogami.
You know me.
Stop acting so calm and changing the subject. You seem like you don't know much about this world. So how do you plan to get out? Don't tell me you rushed in here with no escape plan. Oh man, seriously? You're nuts. People like you who obsess over responsibility and put all the burden on yourselves, you annoy the hell out of me.
It doesn't matter how others perceive me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Isn't that because you don't trust anyone?
We clearly can have a normal conversation with the enemy's interference, but even knowing that, I catch myself trying to argue to the point. The heavy responsibility I suffer is mine alone. I share it with someone, that means their suffering will be shared. That's why I'll try to be sufficient. The more I care about someone, the less willing to rely on them. Isn't that no better than not believing in them? I've been caught in the trap before. Maybe I still haven't truly escaped it. But how could he guess my private distress, one that I have barely confined to others before?
Supposedly an unexpected intruder. What's going on?
What are you mumbling about? Well, let me ease your mind. I'll end everything for you. Let's do this, Jiraiya!
Yosuke-senpai! Beat up that shady lady! Let the fight begin!
Shady lady.
See, there'll be no talking sense with him like this. There's nothing for it then. Artemisia!
Right, wasn't sure who Mitsuru was gonna fight for her story. Didn't know it was gonna be Yusuke. Goodbye. Mitsuru is fast, does a lot of damage, has decent range too. Yeah, Mitsuru's great.
Aw, you're so useless, Yosuke-senpai. Unfortunately, the party crasher wins.
The girl on the PA system rather casual with her insults. Soon after, General Teddy appears on the monitor.
So strong, miss. I can barely believe how gorgeous and powerful you are.
It seems they're not provoking us only to have us fight one another. And their method, is it more like an illusion they're casting over us, rather than some sort of mind control?
Still trying to figure everything out? Switch your brain off and enjoy the Grand Prix already.
Sorry, but I'm not some savage who enjoys the suffering of others. And don't call me Miss. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo.
Kirijo?
You've toyed with us, and I don't take that lightly. I'll make you pay for what you've done. You'd better be prepared for that.
Yeah, he knows Kiriju.
Kirijo.
The moment he hears my voice, the face of Bear Custom distorted into a mask of hate.
You're the one who should be prepared. I'll never let you stop me.
Broadcast ends after he flings those words
I
at me.
mentioned my name on purpose. He reacted as strongly to the name Kirijo as I thought he would.
I still don't know how anything's certain, but I'm certainly sure that General Teddy is related to the circumstance surrounding Labyrinth.
I thought I'd stumbled into an irrelevant side incident, but evidently not. We were meant to come here.
Just then, the young man behind me slowly gets to his feet.
Ah, you're awake.
Seems how the battle settled. Interference caused us both to seem odd vanished. Currently frightened, I can't help but shrug.
My. Magi reacted the same way. Were the things that the illusory me said that harsh?
Oh, you bet. Wait, what? Illusory? And did you just say Amagi? You meant Yukiko?
Yes, before I came here. I was forced to fight her, quite against my will.
I explained the situation to him. I also added she shared information with me in last year's case. That should help prove that I didn't encounter Amagi. Just one out of chance I asked the Hamari about the Labyrinth. He seemed not to even know the name. Once we finished the speaking, he extends out and places his hand in the air and touched something.
The winner can move on, huh? I'm the only one who could feel this invisible wall thing, so I guess it's true.
I'm glad you understand. I was worried you'd doubt me since I'm a complete stranger.
Well, you didn't seem like someone who'd try and trick me. I mean, what's the point? I've lost now, so I can't go anywhere.
Indeed. You're very pragmatic.
The young man wastes my compliment.
For what I went through last year, I just got used to coming smack up against insane stuff in this world. And Yukiko, my friend you met, she believed in you. So I don't mind trusting you too.
I see.
I can't help myself but from smiling. Their bond seemed to be real. I do somewhat envy the ways they trust each other without a doubt. That could never happen unless they had overcome the same trials together.
I'd like your opinion on something. What do you think is the objective of this tournament? That General Teddy said it was all in fun, but I doubt it's anything so simple.
I've been wondering the same thing, but I don't know. But you know, it might not just be Teddy behind it. I met this weird girl earlier.
A weird girl.
She was about my age, and she said she was the student council president. It was like she had no idea that she was inside the TV world. That doesn't seem very likely, does it?
No, I doubt one could be unaware of such things. It's possible that she didn't come here of her own will.
This may be a school now, but it doesn't always look like this. When normal people who don't have personas come in here, the world changes to reflect what they're thinking. It happened every time a victim was dumped into a TV last year. Maybe this time she's the victim. Even if she means well, she still could have a lot to do with the tournament.
Girl.
Judging from the state of affairs, I'm beginning to think that girl in question is Labyrinth. Since the Yusuke doesn't know the detail of my mission, it could occur to him that what I'm searching is a humanoid weapon with a
What
heart.
does this girl look like? Did anything about her stand out?
Huh? Not really. She wore the same uniform as the rest of us.
A uniform?
Considering how Aigus looks, it's possible that Libra's appearance is quite close to human, but what does it mean that she's completely able to pass as a human? Even Aigus has to wear clothes that covers her entire body in order to for her to walk around the town. Yet Libra even wears the same uniform as them. Check it up to another unsolved mystery, I suppose. After talking to Yusuke, it does feel like I'm starting to understand the bigger picture here.
Thank you. I'm getting a clearer picture of what's going on. I'm sorry, but I can't stay and chat. I should be leaving now.
Oh, wait a second. Can I ask you a favor? Can you look after my other friends too? It sucks, but I can't get to them from here. That Teddy's really not a bad guy either. Sure, he eats my ice cream without asking and stuff, but he's not the type of guy who'd get off on watching people hurt each other. There's gotta be some other explanation.
Don't worry. I was already thinking along similar lines. What we saw was an illusion. It may be that they're faced with the same situation. I'll save everyone who's been dragged into this, including your friends, and this student council president.
Thanks. Just hurry before someone else dies in here.
Yusuke's possession, which had previously been bright, desperately darkens noticeably. From what I heard, last year's Shadow incident resolved around serial murders. It may be that he lost someone as well.